Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a demo and kind of reviewing this KEVYN the Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation. I tried it like a couple months ago in a sample and I absolutely loved it. This time it was a little bit different, and I will say that I think that the shade is a little off. It's a little too light, so that is kind of a bummer. I did bronze up a lot though, so it kind of ended up working. It says the Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation celebrates a whole new world in foundation. This moisture-packed, lightweight foundation provides a luminous, airbrushed appearance, leaving skin with a natural, radiant glow. The silky smooth texture delivers semi-satin, medium coverage, and blends effortlessly onto the skin for shine-free, comfortable wear. So it's illuminating, but shine-free? That doesn't, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Blot with a tissue when finished. So I didn't blot with the tissue when I was finished. And like I've said, I'm not the best with reading the directions because I'm like, I know how to apply foundation, it's whatever. But I'm going to show you guys how it wears throughout the night and everything. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and sign up for alerts. And also follow me on Snapchat and Instagram if you want some more updates. I am going to start doing like some OOTD pics for Instagram and stuff like that because I'm so tired of just doing the like YouTube video alert sort of video pictures on Instagram. But anyways, if you guys want to see my thoughts on this foundation and how it wears, then just keep watching. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. I don't know why I put it on that hand because I used my other hand. So it looks pretty light. I'm a little nervous about that because I just tanned and it's a little light. But a lot of times I use foundations that are too dark anyways. So maybe it'll be good. I don't know. We'll see how it works. But I'm just going to go ahead and use this Hangover primer to prime my skin. I haven't used it in a while. It's an oldie but goodie. And so you can see the consistency of the foundation right there, by the way. I cannot wait for the Hangover setting spray to come out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that because I absolutely love this primer and I love the way it smells and everything. So I cannot wait for that. But you guys can see the consistency of this foundation is very, very like runny. So I'm gonna apply it with a beauty blender and see what it looks like. It looks very kind of light coverage. You know, I've used this one time. I've used the sample that I showed you guys on Snapchat, I believe. I definitely feel like I need a darker color. I hate that KEVYN is like so like, I don't have it in any of the Sephoras. They don't sell it in any of the Sephoras by me. I guess they only sell it in like big cities and stuff like that. The KEVYN brand, because it's, I guess because it's more high-end, I don't know. But I hate that I can't just go exchange it for a different color because I guess I'll just have to return it and then try again online maybe. I don't know. But I feel like it's too light, especially going into summer. I'm not a huge fan of the beauty blender, so I'm gonna try applying it with a foundation brush. I'm gonna be using the DUcare. I guess it's like a stippling brush. I really wish that the DUcare brushes had like actual names on them because that's a little frustrating that they don't, but it's not a huge deal. They're really, you know, good brushes still. So I just put some more on the back of my hand. I feel like I do have to use quite a bit of product to get a decent amount of coverage. But I'm just gonna go ahead anyways. I'm just taking a little bit of that. I used my other hand this time because I am left-handed in case you guys didn't know. I'm going to stipple that on this side of my face. Yeah, I feel like it's too light. It's just too light, especially because we're just kind of going into summer and I'm not even tan, super tan. I mean, I just self-tan, but. As far as the like coverage goes, I feel like you really have to kind of build it up. It definitely is buildable. My skin has been really dry today. Normally, actually, it's been really, really nice. Ever since I've been using the Tula skincare, my skin has really been very luminous, you know, and not super dry. So that has been awesome. But today in particular, my skin has been kind of dry. I don't know why, it's a little patchy, but my skin before I applied this was like a little patchy looking. It's just too light. Look how light that is. I'm just gonna finish blending it out with the beauty blender because I feel like I like to apply sometimes with the stippling brush and then I like to go back and blend with the beauty blender, just any spots that I see that are a little bit patchy. So this is the close-up of what it looks like on my face. I really like the luminosity factor of this foundation. I just feel like it wasn't super blendable for me, and maybe that's just because of my base and because, you know, I was experiencing some dryness. Extra dryness and patchiness before I even put it on, so I feel like my base wasn't really ready for it. But I really like the luminosity. You can kind of tell it's very luminous, like around this area. It's really nice. I feel like I did have to apply quite a bit on. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and then show you guys what the foundation looks like afterwards. Okay, I just finished my makeup. It is 3:35. I just thought I'd show you guys what it looked like up close. It looks very nice and luminous and glowy. I think a lot of that has to do with my highlighter and setting my face with setting spray, because at first I didn't think it was gonna look so good with the way that my skin was acting today, but it ended up turning out pretty nice. I'm very curious to see how it will wear, but this is what it looks like on my skin. I really like the way that it looks. I'm really interested to see how it wears, so I am gonna do a wear test. It is 3:37, and I will show you guys what it looks like later on in the night. I might give y'all some updates to see how it's wearing, but right now it looks really good up close. It definitely, there's some patchiness and it was hard to blend. It is not the same way that it was the first time I tried it, so I'm not sure if it's my skin that's just being weird today. Like, it's been great. My skin has been awesome for the past like 2 weeks, and like today it's just been weird. Like, whenever I started putting it on, I was like, ooh, there's some patchiness. So that's me, but still the foundation's not really covering it. I'm gonna do a wear test, then I'll get back to you guys later and tell you guys my final thoughts on this product. Okay guys, so it has been 8 hours since I've had on the foundation. It is 11:47. So it's been about 8 hours and 15 minutes. My first impression, because I haven't looked at my face like at all. It's been a really rough night at work. I just went ahead and poured myself some wine. Thank you so much for Molly for the wine glasses. It has been a really, really long, stressful night at work, so my skin has probably been through some stress in the past few hours. At first when I saw it, just before I got on camera, I was like, not a huge fan, especially like around my mouth and everything. This is what it looks like after 8 hours of wear. Like around the cheeks and everything, I feel like it looks okay, but around the mouth right here, it just does not look good. Like around the nose, it's just patchy. I think this retails for around $60 for this foundation. So for that, being such, you know, a pricey foundation, I feel like it should be better than this. I feel like the whole idea behind this foundation kind of reminds me of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I'm gonna try it again and see what happens, but this time that I've tried it, it is just not, I'm not a fan. I would rather wear my L'Oreal Pro Glow from the drugstore. This is just not holding up well to me at all. The coloring is off, yes, but like the actual formula and the texture around my mouth, it's just so patchy, and I didn't you know, touch up my lips or anything. Sorry, but I'm about to take a shower and go to bed. I'm so tired and exhausted. It just it looks patchy and kind of cakey, and like it looks it's actually kind of accentuating my pores as well. I've honestly found better luck with drugstore foundations recently than high-end foundations. Okay, so I decided after rewatching and editing the footage last night that I would try this foundation out again for you guys on camera, and this is what it looks like. On camera and far away, it looks really nice and luminous with my highlight and everything. I do stand by what I said about the blending. Like, it just really is not very easy to blend, and it's very light coverage. You have to go in with like 2 or 3 layers to get a buildable coverage. Like, I know that it says it's really supposed to just be medium coverage. You can achieve that with this. Definitely illuminating and very dewy. I didn't set it with powder or anything like that. I do like it better today than I did yesterday, but I still feel like it was still patchy and didn't blend that good. That factor alone, the fact that it couldn't blend very well, makes me not a huge fan of this foundation, and I would not repurchase this foundation. I'll probably end up returning it just because of the color and because I just don't like it that much. I feel like for the price, it definitely was not worth it. I'm gonna double check and see how much it retails for. So this foundation has 4 stars on Sephora and 69 reviews, and it is $58. It retails for $58 for 1 ounce of product, which is typical. 1 ounce is usually typical for what you get. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's still pretty and it's illuminating. Like, I did get a couple compliments yesterday on Snapchat of you guys saying, you know, my skin looked really good, or my highlight looked really good, which honestly, I think it's the highlight that makes this foundation look pretty, which I use the Flower highlight that you can get at Walmart from Flower Beauty. It's beautiful. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. But yeah, I'm just not a fan. I still just think that it doesn't cover that well. It looks patchy. It kind of accentuates my pores. So yeah, it's kind of like a thumbs down for me, just because, especially because it's $58. That's really, really expensive for a foundation, especially if you're not 100% thrilled with it. I 100 million times would buy Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk over this foundation. I don't know know why, but when I had the sample and I tried it out, I liked it so much better than this time. I don't know why. Maybe this one's a bad one. I don't know, but it's just not, it's not working for me. I think I'd like it more if it was darker because I feel like darker foundations kind of cover more, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. I feel like I have to have an extremely clean palette to work with and a clean base to work with as far as like no blemishes and things like that for this to actually look okay. And I don't even have any blemishes and it still is like patchy looking on those like dry spots. But I did use the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir today just to see, like give it a fair shot and see like does that apply better, you know, with that. But honestly still I don't like it. I don't like the coverage. I don't like how it doesn't blend that well. So I give it a 6 out of 10. But that is my review. Thank you so much for watching and tuning into this video. As always, please let me know what you want to see next and subscribe, sign up for alerts, and follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. My makeup declutter is coming soon. I hope it's my next video that I post. I also have some big, huge Sephora hauls and first impressions coming after that too. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great weekend and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.